Aloha and welcome to Vinyasa Flow Yoga. My name is Katie and Bradley's already in Shavasana, so we're just going to leave him there. But we're going to be doing some shoulder opening, some twisting, and kind of just getting a nice release yoga-wise on our mat. So go ahead and get your mat if you haven't already. Get comfortable, get situated, and we will get started in a seated position just like I am here. So you can come into a cross-legged position, half lotus, full lotus, whatever is comfortable for you. And also today's practice is about 60 minutes long, just so you know. All right, let's get into our comfortable seat. Go ahead and ground down through your sits bones. Your palms can face up or down on your knees, whatever is most comfortable for you, whatever feels natural. And once you get into that initial seat, just close your eyes. And just come into your space here. Feel your low belly pull up and in. Feel each vertebrae begin to stack one on top of the next, so you're lining the spine. Feel your rib cage pull in just gently here. So you're just pulling in through the rib cage, and as you do that, begin to pull your shoulders back, creating a nice length through the spine. So let's circle those shoulders around, because sometimes we get a little bit tense there. So let's shrug our shoulders up towards our ears and open them down the back. Just take some nice big circular motions through those shoulders. You can switch directions if that feels good. Come forward, down and around, and back up, down and back. Once those feel nice and loose, just allow them to settle down and away from your ears. Give space through the neck. Let's begin to work in the head and neck and begin to take our right ear to our right shoulder. Left ear, left shoulder. Just tilt your head side to side. Feel the shoulders drop down as you tilt your head side to side. Feel that nice length through the trap, through the shoulder. Maybe take some circles if that feels good. Tuck your chin towards your chest. Open back and around. Switch directions as you're ready. Getting both sides. Once you feel nice and open through the head and neck, reach up through the crown of the head, elongate up as you press down through your seat. Feel that nice alignment of the spine as we begin to inhale in through the nose. Fill your belly with your breath. Let's exhale out the mouth and let it go. 2 more like that. So inhale deeply into the belly until you feel your belly press out. Exhale out the mouth. 1 more time like that. Inhale in through the nose. Fill your belly, fill your lungs. Exhale out the mouth. Nice. Now we're going to continue to breathe in and out through the nose and the nose only, practicing our Yogi Ujjayi breathing. Inhale in through the nose, fill your belly. Press your diaphragm out, and then exhale out through your nose. Pull your belly back towards your spine. Big breath in through the nose. Fill your belly, fill the lungs. Drink your breath up to the top of the throat. And evenly exhale out through the nose, slow and controlled. Nice job. Inhale in through the nose. Just listen to the sound and quality of your own breathing. Exhale out through the nose. Feel your belly retract back towards your spine. A few more rounds. Inhale in all the way down to your belly. See if you can drink in even more breath than the previous one. And then exhale, completely let that breath go until there's no more breath in the body. Next, inhale deep into your belly. Fill all the way up to the top of the throat. And exhale, release everything out. Continue this breath in and out through the nose at your own pace. Keeping this breath with you throughout the practice. So this breath will move you as opposed to you moving the breath. Breath comes first, then movement. Center here. And let's begin to move with our breath. So inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. Extend up through those fingertips. Now as you exhale, take those hands down behind your back. Tense your fingers behind your hips. Roll your shoulders back, lift up through your heart, look up towards the sky. Now as you exhale, shift forward, take your hands to your knees, curl in, tuck your chin. Good, inhale, open through your chest, take your hands behind you, roll your shoulders back, squeeze your shoulder blades together. And then exhale, curl in, hands to knees, tuck your chin. A few more times like that. Inhale, open your chest, lift through your heart, seated cow pose. Exhale, curl up and in, hands to your knees, seated cat. One more round. Inhale, seated cow, look up to the sky, shoulders back. Exhale, seated cat, hands to your knees, tuck your chin. Nice job. Inhale, let's reach our arms back up to the sky, look up, create length. And then as you exhale, we're going to twist to the right. Right hand down to the earth behind you, left hand to the top of your right knee. Roll your right shoulder back, sit down in towards your sits bones. Gaze out past that right shoulder. Good. Inhale, reach both arms back up to the sky, extend up high, look up. Exhale, twist to the left. Left hand to the earth, right hand to the top of your left knee. Roll your left shoulder back. Look out past that left shoulder. Sit up tall. Next inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. Elongate. Now as you exhale, take your hands down by your sides. Switch the direction of your legs. So whichever leg was on top, switch for the opposite one to be on top. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky, and we're going to twist one more round. Exhale to the right, right hand on the earth, left hand to the top of your right knee. Roll your right shoulder back, look out past that right shoulder. Inhale back through center, reach your arms up towards the sky. Exhale to the left, left hand to the earth, right hand to the top of your left knee. Roll your left shoulder back, sit up tall. Nice. Inhale back through center, reach your arms high. Now as you exhale, hinge forward, take your hands out in front of you, come into your tabletop position. So your shoulders will be right over your wrists, hips over your knees. Gaze down between your thumbs. And let's just circle around to the right here. So we're just going to circle up, forward, to the right, down, and around. Just kind of work into those joints, into the knees, hips, and wrists. This just allows a nice circular motion to open up into those wrists. Switch directions, come to the left, down, and around. Good. Take some nice big circular motions. Good, and let's come back up through center. And gaze down between your thumbs. Create a long spine out through the crown of your head. Now as you inhale, reach your right arm up to the sky. Roll your right shoulder back, look up. And as you exhale, we're going to thread the needle. Slide that right arm behind your left wrist. Let your right shoulder come down to the earth. Press your hips evenly back behind you. Relax your head and neck. Feel a nice stretch through the back of that right shoulder. Feel free to also get a little bit more into the shoulders by taking your left arm up to the sky, behind your back, and tuck it around the front of your right hip as you roll that left shoulder back. You'll get a bit more through the front of the left shoulder. Deep breath here. Feel those hips press back. Exhale out. Good. If you tucked that left arm behind, inhale, left arm to the sky. Take that left hand back down to the earth. Inhale, right arm rises high. Roll your right shoulder back. Exhale, tabletop position. We'll switch sides. Inhale, your left arm to the sky. Roll your left shoulder back. Look up. Exhale, thread the needle. Take that left arm all the way through. Left shoulder down to the earth. Right elbow is bending deeply. So you can stay right here if you want more through those shoulders. Take your right arm to the sky. Right arm can tuck behind your back and maybe even around the front of that left hip. Feel that nice rotation of the spine as your right shoulder rolls back. Feel that big stretch through the left shoulder blade. Hips press back evenly. Deep breath here. Deep breath out. Good. Inhale, right arm, reach it back up to the sky. Lower your right hand down to the earth. Inhale, left arm, reach it high to the sky. Roll back through that left shoulder. Exhale, lower left hand down to the mat. Tabletop position. Take a breath in. Now as you exhale, walk your hands forward. Melt your chest down towards the ground. Tilt your tailbone high, gaze forward. So really let your heart melt down to the mat here. This is a big shoulder opener. Gaze forward if you can. Palms down to the earth. And those hips are right over your knees. We're going to stay here another 2 full breaths. So with your inhale, you'll feel your rib cage expand. Look forward. And as you exhale, you'll feel your chest melt down to the ground. Good. Inhale, lift heart a little bit. And exhale, lower your heart back down. Good. Inhale, begin to shift forward onto your forearms. Slide your knees back, come into your Sphinx pose. Elbows are just slightly in front of your shoulders, palms down. Lift through your heart, shoulders back. Create some traction through the forearms, gaze slightly out in front of you. There's a gentle engagement of the spine as your shoulders pull back, heart presses forward. Nice job. Lower your chest down. And let's come into everybody's favorite flowing cobra. Tent your hands. Roll your shoulders side to side. So allow yourself to kind of feel into this posture, especially for this first one. Notice how the shoulders and thoracic spine feel. You can stay low and kind of go side to side, circle one shoulder and then the other. You can circle both at the same time. You can work into the head and neck, or even bend one knee and look back to the toes if that feels good through the quads. And bend the other knee if that feels appropriate. And just work side to side. We're going to stay for another full breath. So find your favorite motion here. Lubricate those joints. Nice. And then lower the heart down. Take the hands right underneath the shoulders. Roll your shoulders back. Point your elbows back. Take an inhale, lift your heart, baby cobra. And then as you exhale, tuck your toes, press your hips all the way back towards your heels. Let your heart melt down towards the ground. So as you inhale next, we're going to shift forward. Take your right hand to reach forward, up, and around as you press your hips back. So it's like you're taking a backstroke. Reach your right arm back forward, up, back, and around. One more time this side. Inhale, reach forward, up, back, and around. We'll do 3 on the opposite side now. Inhale, left arm forward, back, down, and around. Inhale, forward. Exhale, reach back, down, forward. Inhale, last one. Back, forward, and down. Good. Now let's take those palms both evenly down to the earth. Keep your toes tucked behind you. Inhale, look forward. And as you exhale, lift your hips towards the sky for downward facing dog. So in your downward dog, this is the first time in class that we're really working into the backs of the legs. So feel free to pedal through those feet. Bend one knee side to side. Bend the opposite knee. You can even bend both.
Take some time here to work into the legs, into the feet. Maybe even shake the head out, yes and no. Work into that upper back area. So you don't have to be in the specific posture quite yet. Play around, roll on to the tops of the feet, maybe open up through the toes. Nice job. Take another breath or so. Take your time working into this posture. When you do settle in, hands are shoulders width distance, so take a peek. Make sure they're about shoulders width distance with your middle and index finger pointing forward. You don't want to twerk the wrists out, but rather have your middle and index pointing forward to the top of your mat. Let your hips rise high to the sky as your heart presses towards your thighs. Pull your low belly in, pull your rib cage towards the back of the spine. So you're kind of pulling in through the heart as you press it towards your thighs. Feel your heels press down to the mat, feet are hips width distance. Take a big breath in, hips high. Now as you exhale, look forward. Begin to tiptoe those feet all the way up to the top of your mat. Take your feet between your wrists, soften your knees. Take an inhale, lengthen just halfway up, lift, fingertips graze your shins. And as you exhale, forward fold, bend your knees, relax your head and neck. Take your left hand down underneath your face, tense your fingers. Inhale, lengthen halfway up. Exhale, reach your right arm up to the sky. Roll your right shoulder back. You can lengthen your right leg as well. You can always keep it slightly bent if you need. Roll your right shoulder back, look up towards the sky. Feel that nice rotation of the spine and opening through the shoulder. Now you can feel free to stay right here. If you want a little bit more on the shoulder, right arm will tuck behind your back around the front of your left hip. Roll that right shoulder back. Spiral your heart towards the sky. Feel that nice outer hip stretch and shoulder stretch here. Go ahead, inhale, reach your right arm back to the sky. Exhale, lower right hand down, bend both knees, right hand under the face. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, open out. Let that left shoulder roll back, left arm to the sky. Stack your shoulders. Feel that nice opening through the chest. If you did so on the other side, maybe that left arm tucks behind your back around the front of your right hip. Feel the left shoulder rotate back so you're spiraling your ribcage towards the sky. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. You'll feel that nice outer hip stretch and shoulder stretch. Next inhale, left arm to the sky. Exhale, left hand back down to the mat. Relax your head and neck, soften your knees. Inhale, lengthen halfway up. And exhale, forward fold, knees bend, tuck your chin. Let's come all the way up to standing. Unravel your spine, one vertebrae at a time. Come all the way up, shrug those shoulders up towards your ears. And open them down the back, palms forward. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. And exhale, right arm down by your side. Reach over to the right side waist stretch. Feel that left side waist lengthen. Inhale, back through center. Reach your arms to the sky. Exhale, left arm down by your side. Reach over to the left. Feel that right side rib cage expand. Inhale, back through center. Reach your arms high. Exhale, baby back bend. Bend your elbows, drop your head back, lift through your heart, squeeze through your shoulder blades. Inhale, back up through center, mountain pose. Exhale, soften your knees, swan dive forward. Relax through the head and neck. Inhale, lengthen halfway up, lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back into high plank pose. Your hips are in line with your shoulders. Gaze down between your thumbs, engage your core, engage your legs. Puff up through that upper part of your back, through that thoracic spine, so you're spreading your shoulder blades apart. One more full breath here. Exhale, knees to the mat. Walk your hands forward, puppy dog pose. Melt your heart down, gaze forward. Inhale, onto your forearms, slide your knees back, pull your heart through, Sphinx pose.
Exhale, lower your chest, tense your hands to the outside of your mat, roll your shoulders back side to side, free flowing cobra. Work into the head and neck. Good, and then exhale, lower through center. Now listen, we're gonna come into a pectoral stretch. Left hand underneath your left shoulder, right arm out at a 90-degree bend. So you want your right elbow to be straight out from your right shoulder. So you're literally creating a half goalpost. Press into that left hand and begin to roll onto your right hip. You'll feel a deep stretch through that right pectoral muscle, opening through the chest. Move to the degree that feels right for you. You might feel it with just a slight tilt to the right. Maybe you roll all the way onto that right hip. Good, and come back through center. Right hand underneath your right shoulder and switch sides. So your left arm will come into a nice goalpost position. Palm down, press into your right hand and begin to roll onto your left hip. Good. Again, move to your degree. You'll feel a nice big opening through that left pectoral muscle. You might roll all the way onto that left hip, kind of press that weight down into the shoulder. Big opening through the chest. Nice, and then slowly roll back onto your belly. Take your hands under your shoulders. Inhale, baby cobra. Press lightly in towards your palms, heart forward. Exhale, tuck your toes, press your hips back to your heels, and then lift your hips to the sky. Downward facing dog. Full breath in, full breath out. Now we're just gonna flow through one Surya Namaskar A. So just bend your knees, look to the top of your mat, step or even hop all the way up. Inhale, lengthen halfway up, lift. Exhale, soften your knees, forward folds. Bend your knees a lot, tuck your chin towards your chest. We're gonna roll right up to standing. Stack one vertebrae upon the next, shrug your shoulders up towards your ears, and open down the back. Inhale, reach your arms high to the sky. Exhale, side waist stretch to the right. Roll your left shoulder back. Inhale, back up through center, arms high to the sky. Exhale, opposite side. Left arm down by your side, roll your right shoulder back, look up. Inhale, back through center, arms high. Exhale, bend your elbows, drop your head back, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Inhale, reach your arms high to the sky. Exhale, soften your knees, swan dive forward, relax your head and neck. Inhale, lengthen halfway up, lift. And exhale, plant your palms, step your feet back, high plank pose. Inhale, engage your core. Exhale, knees to the mat. Slide those palms forward, puppy dog pose, gaze forward. Inhale onto your forearms, slide your knees back, pull your heart through, Sphinx pose. Exhale, lower your chest. Inhale for free flowing cobra, roll your shoulders side to side. Lower your heart down, hands under your shoulders. Inhale, cobra pose. You can come up a little bit higher, but still bend through those elbows, thighs still lowered. Tuck your toes, press your hips back towards your heels, and then lift your hips all the way up to the sky. Downward facing dog. Full breath in and full breath out. Inhale, take your right leg high to the sky. Bend your right knee, stack your hips open. We're just gonna take a few hip circles. So lift that right knee high, and then exhale, hug your right knee towards your chest, open out and around. Take about 2 more rounds. Hug your right knee in, open out and around. One more time, hug in, open and around. Back into downward facing dog, switch sides. Inhale your left leg high to the sky, bend your left knee, stack open. Exhale, hug your left knee towards your chest, open out to the left
and around. 2 more times. Hug in. Open out. And around. 1 more full rotation. Hug in. Open to the left. And around. Beautiful. Let's lower that left foot back down to meet the right. Inhale, lift your hips high. Exhale, gaze forward, bend your knees, step or even lightly hop all the way up to the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen halfway up, lift, fingertips graze your shins. Exhale, forward fold. Take your feet together so your big toes touch, heels touch. Bend your knees deeply. Swoop your arms up towards the sky, chair pose. Sit low when those legs relax the shoulders. Slight tuck of your tailbone, engage through those legs. Deep breath, squeeze through your inner thighs. Now as you exhale, take your hands through heart center, sit even lower. Hinge forward, hover over your thighs, inhale. Now as you exhale, just take your left elbow, tap it to your right knee. Inhale back through center. Exhale, tap your left knee with your right elbow. Good, inhale back through center. And exhale, take your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Inhale, open your chest forward. Exhale, lengthen your legs as much as you can. You can keep your knees slightly bent, but forward fold. Relax your head and neck down. Let your hips press high to the sky. If you cannot reach your hands behind your back and interlace, always feel free to grab a t-shirt or a strap or something like that to allow yourself to kind of bridge the gap between your hands. Let your head and neck relax. Hips towards the sky. Take another full breath here. And full breath out. Nice job. Slowly release your hands back down to the ground. Inhale, lengthen halfway up, lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step your feet back into high plank pose. Take an inhale in. Now as you exhale, we're going to lower knees, chest, and chin. Elbows high, gaze forward. Nice, kind of like caterpillars that are about to lengthen forward. Lift your heart, cobra pose. Tuck your toes behind you, press your hips to your heels, and then lift your hips to the sky. Downward facing dog. Inhale, take your right leg high to the sky, three-legged dog, bend your right knee, stack your hips open. Exhale, hug your right knee towards your chest, place your right foot to the top of your mat, lower your back knee down. Inhale, reach your arms towards the sky, slight tuck of your tailbone. Exhale, take your right hand to the top of your left elbow. So you're just grabbing a hold of that left elbow. Pull your ribs in, lift through your heart. So you're getting a nice tricep stretch as well as your left lat through your shoulder. Lift through your heart, slight tuck of your tailbone. Maybe even look up towards the sky. Your left forearm can even be kind of like a little pillow behind you as you lean back, lift up. Good. Now as you exhale, take your left hand down to the mat, right arm up to the sky, twist to the right, roll your right shoulder back. Stack your shoulders. Deep breath, open that right shoulder back. Exhale, right hand to the earth. Shift your hips back, flex your right foot. Take an inhale, lengthen your heart forward. And exhale, maybe bend your elbows, half splits, relax your head and neck. Nice job. Inhale, shift back forward, tuck your back toes, send your right leg all the way up to the sky, reach it high. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg to the sky, bend your left knee, stack your hips open. Exhale, hug your left knee towards your chest, place your left foot to the top of the mat, lower your right knee down. Inhale, reach your arms high. Bend your right elbow. Left palm comes to the top of your right elbow. Slight tuck of your tailbone. Lift through your heart, shoulders back. Maybe even look up towards the sky. Maybe even let your head just kind of rest back into your right forearm. Create a little pillow with your arm. Slight tuck with that tailbone. Lift through your heart. Feel that big stretch through your tricep and your lat. Good. Inhale those arms back up to the sky. Exhale, right hand down, left arm up. Roll your left shoulder back, twist to the left. Nice, big breath, open out. Exhale, lower left hand down to the mat. Shift your hips back, flex your left foot. Take an inhale, lengthen your heart forward. And exhale, maybe fold, half splits. Lead your heart towards your toes. Nice job. Inhale, shift forward, tuck your back toes. Send your left leg all the way up to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full breath in through the nose. Exhale, out, bend your knees, look to the top of the mat. Step or hop all the way up. Inhale, lengthen halfway up, lift. And exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Utkatasana chair. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Inhale, lengthen your heart forward. Exhale, left elbow taps the outside of your right knee. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, twist to the left. Just tap the outside of your knee. Inhale through center. Exhale, hands come behind your back. Interlace. Inhale, open your heart forward. Exhale, forward fold. Relax your head and neck. Shake it out through the head and neck. Take a full breath here. Hips high. Soften through the knees or lengthen. Inhale, release those hands down to the earth. Lengthen halfway, lift. Exhale, plant those palms. Step your feet back. High plank pose. Inhale. Exhale, knees, chest and chin down to the earth. Elbows high. Good. Inhale, shift forward, shoulders back. Cobra pose. Open your heart. Exhale, tuck your toes. Hips to your heels. And hips to the sky. Downward facing dog. Inhale, reach your right leg high. Bend your knees, stack open. Exhale, hug your knee towards your chest. Place your foot to the top of your mat. This time your back knee is lifted. Inhale for crescent pose. Reach your arms up towards the sky. Exhale, bend your left elbow. Right hand to the top of your left elbow. Same thing, so lift up through your heart. Square your hips forward, bend deep into your front right knee. Good. Exhale, reach those arms high. Lower that left hand down to the earth, right arm up to the sky. Roll your right shoulder back, pull your right knee towards your chest. Next exhale, take your right hand down to the earth. Shift your hips back, tent your hands on the outside of your right ankle and lengthen your right leg. So this is a modified pyramid pose. Inhale, lengthen your heart forward. And exhale, maybe you fold in a little bit deeper. Inhale, bend your right knee. Exhale, send that right foot all the way up to the sky. And lower right foot down to meet the left. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Bend your knee, stack open. Exhale, send that left foot all the way up to the top of the mat. Keep your back knee lifted. Inhale, crescent pose, reach those arms high. Exhale, bend your right elbow. Grab a hold of your right elbow with your left hand. Reach up through your heart, look up, inhale. Exhale, right hand back down to the earth, left arm to the sky, twist to the left, roll that left shoulder back. Good, inhale, open. Exhale, left hand down, tent your hands, shift your hips back, take an inhale as you lengthen that left leg, lengthen your heart forward, pyramid pose. Forward fold over if you have the room. Square those hips forward. Nice job. Deep hamstring stretch. Inhale, shift forward, bend that left knee. Exhale, send that left foot back. And all the way up to the sky. Take a breath in. And exhale, downward facing dog. Full inhale in. Full exhale out. Bend your knees, look to the top of your mat. Step or even hop all the way up. Feet together. Inhale, lengthen, halfway up, lift. Exhale, forward fold, bend your knees. Swoop those arms up to the sky, chair pose. Exhale, hands to heart center, sit low. Inhale, lengthen your heart forward, shoulders back. And then exhale, let's actually come into our twist this time. So left elbow comes to the outside of your right knee. Roll your right shoulder back. Pull your lower belly up and in. Sit those hips down and back. Weight in your heels. Good. Roll your right shoulder back. Feel that deep twist through the spine. Keep your hips evenly pressing back. One more big breath in. Squeeze. Good. And inhale back through center. Lengthen. Exhale, twist to the left. Take your right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Squeeze through your inner thighs. Roll your left shoulder back. Feel your hips evenly pressed back. You should feel a big twist through the spine, open through the shoulders. Press those hips evenly back. Big breath in. Good. Inhale back through center, heart forward, shoulders back. Take your hands behind your back, interlace. Inhale, lift your heart, shoulders back. Exhale, forward fold. Sweet relief for those legs. Relax through your head and neck. Maybe even shake it out. Feel that nice opening through the shoulders, through the neck. Deep breath in. And exhale out. One more inhale in. And exhale out. Nice job. Let's take those hands down to the earth. Inhale, lengthen halfway up. And exhale, plant your palms. Step your feet back. High plank pose. Take an inhale and high plank. This time we're going to lower all the way down to the ground. Engage your core. Exhale, take your time. Lower down. Come on to your belly. We're gonna come into our deep shoulder stretch here. Take your right arm out to the side, right palm down. Press into your left hand and begin to roll onto your right shoulder. Maybe you bend your left knee, take your left foot to the earth. Your shoulders should feel pretty open by now, so this is just really deepening into those shoulders. If you have more room, the left arm can even reach up to the sky. Maybe it eventually comes back to that right hand, but if it does, keep your right palm down as you grab onto that right hand. Wherever you are, you should feel a nice stretch through the front of your right shoulder. Deep breath in. Deep exhale out. Good, let's come back up through center. Roll back onto your belly and we'll switch sides. Left arm out to the left, ground through your right hand. Slowly roll onto your left hip. Maybe you bend your right knee and take your right foot down to the earth. Maybe you take your right arm up. Maybe it reaches back to find the left hand, especially after all that shoulder opening that we've been doing. Maybe going a little bit deeper into this pose, but always try it out slowly with your body. Listen to any signs or signals it's telling you. Wherever you are, you should feel a nice stretch through the front of that left shoulder. Keep your head and neck elevated. You want to extend through the crown of your head, all the way down through your tailbone, lengthen through your spine. Last breath. Nice job. Let's come back through center. Come back on to your belly. Tent your hands. Let's give ourselves a nice little free-flowing cobra just to open up from that. Feel free to bend one knee and look back. Opposite knee, maybe even both. Just find some nice mobility, dynamic movement for one more breath. Good, and let's come back through center. Hands into your shoulders, tuck your toes. press your hips all the way back towards your heels. Lengthen through your low back, gaze forward. And then begin to walk your hands up towards your knees. Untuck your toes, sit back onto your heels. Good, so we're gonna come into some core work that focuses on opening the shoulders as well. So take your hands by your knees, tense your fingers. We're going to inhale, pull our knees towards our chest, roll to the tops of our feet, and then lower the knees back down. Shift your hands back by your toes, roll your shoulders back, inhale, look up. Exhale, hands shift back forward. Hug your knees to your chest, curl in. Lower your knees down. Take your hands back. Inhale, lift your heart, shoulders back. Exhale, hands forward, curl in. So move at your own pace now. Your inhales will take your hands to slide back by your toes as you pull your heart to the sky, shoulders back. And your exhale, you'll curl back up and in, hands by your knees. Tuck your chin and curl everything up and in. You'll feel your core pull your knees towards your chest. Take a few more rounds at your own pace. Notice how this is a lot like our cat-cow breathing, but with core engagement and even deeper shoulder opening. Good job. One more breath. Inhale in. And exhale, hands forward. Curl up and in, knees towards your chest. And lower those knees back down. Good. Now let's come back through center here. Meet me with sitting back on your heels, hands on your thighs. We're going to work into Ustrasana, camel pose. So that's a big shoulder opener. And we've opened the shoulders a lot. We've engaged the core. So now that you feel that core fired up, come up to standing on your knees. Take a tuck of your tailbone. You want to pull up and in through your low belly, just like we were in that core pose. Now, as you inhale, open your arms out like wings, palms forward, shoulders back. You want to squeeze those shoulder blades together. Look slightly up towards the sky, so you're opening through your collarbones. You can stay right here. If you want a little bit more, take your hands behind your back, palms as if they're going into your jeans pockets. Shoulders back, squeeze through your shoulder blades. Keep that tailbone tucked in. Take an inhale, lift through your heart, look up towards the sky, press your hips forward, drop your head back. Good, so you're supporting your spine. Pull your elbows back, look up towards the sky. Feel opening through the front side of your body. If you're really open here and you want to go further, you can take your hands to your ankles, shoulders back, squeeze through your shoulder blades, look up towards the sky. Just imagine that there's a pillow behind your head. This is an energizing pose, so feel that energy, feel that prana. Deep breath, open your chest. Good, and take your time. If you took your hands to your ankles, take them back to your hips. Lead up through your heart, untuck your toes, sit back on your heels. Take a moment here. Palms face down on your thighs, close your eyes. And there's a bug crawling across my mat. Deep breath. A lot of times those back bends bring up a lot of emotion, a lot of energy. So notice if that is coming up and recognize it as you let it go. Nice, big breath in. And out. Now shift forward. Take your hands out in front of you, spread your fingers wide, tuck your toes, meet me in downward facing dog, hips high. Inhale, take your right leg high to the sky. As you exhale, place your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Lower your left knee down. Make sure your right ankle is right underneath your knee. Keep your left hand down on the earth while your right hand comes to the inside of your right knee. We're going to open the shoulder and the hip here as you press your right knee away, roll your right shoulder back, Look out past that right shoulder. Feel a deep stretch through the hips. Open that right shoulder back. Inhale. And exhale, come back through center. Heel toe that right foot across the mat, set up for pigeon pose. So lower your right knee down to your right wrist. Expand your left leg back. So you want to lengthen it back behind you. Square your hips forward, lift through your heart. As you exhale, maybe you hinge forward. Maybe you come down to your forearms. Roll those shoulders back. Deep breath in through the nose and out through the nose. We'll stay here a little bit longer. If there's a variation that you like to take, feel free to take that variation. You can stay in traditional pigeon, or if you would like another variation, begin to walk your hands up, square your hips forward, bend your back knee, reach your left arm up to the sky, and then back to find the inside of your left ankle. So this might be where you stay, stretching in through that left quad, shoulders forward. Maybe you pull that left quad even closer so that the crook of your elbow, you can see, goes around the top of my foot. Shoulders forward, hips forward. If you're good here, maybe reach your right arm up to the sky and it finds your left fingertips behind you, like that. We stretched a bit through the fronts of the chest. So you might feel open for this today. Try it out. If not, just stay in your traditional pigeon or your variation. Good. Take your time. If you went into what's called mermaid pose or a variation of king pigeon, square your hips forward, shoulders back. Take your time coming up if you're in traditional pigeon. Tuck your toes behind you. We'll all meet in three-legged downward dog. Right leg to the sky. Open your right knee out and around. Coming back into downward facing dog. Full breath in and full breath out. Good. Inhale your left leg to the sky. Bend your left knee, stack open. Exhale, place your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Lower your right knee down. Keep your right hand underneath your shoulder. Left hand will come to the inside of your left knee. Roll your left shoulder back as you press your left knee away. Spiral your heart towards the left. Press your right hip down. Guys, so you're getting a nice shoulder opener and hip opener here. Releasing through the spine. Deep breath here. Deep breath out. Good. Let's come back through center. And we'll move into our pigeon pose. So heel toe that left foot over to your right wrist. Lower your left knee down. Remember, if there's ever anything that doesn't feel right in pigeon, specifically in the knee, come onto your back for thread the needle. So square your hips forward, hands by your sides. Take an inhale, lift through your heart. As you exhale, begin to lead your chest down towards the earth to your degree. Fold in, palms release. Close your eyes. So remember, you can stay right here and just kind of melt in towards your mat. You can take any variation that feels appropriate for your practice. Just stay connected with your breath.
Take another full breath wherever you are. If you followed me into our variation today with mermaid pose or king pigeon, begin to slowly walk your hands up. So you may stay right here with your right knee bent, and you just feel that nice stretch through that right quad. Maybe, if you feel particularly open, reach your right arm out to the sky, and take your right hand to find the inside of your right foot. Maybe you pull it a bit closer. Keep your hips square. You might stay right here. This is a really deep stretch through your quad. Maybe, if you have the room, you can find top of the foot with the crook of your elbow. Maybe, if the balance feels right, pull up and in through your core, left arm to the sky, and maybe it finds your right hand as you square your shoulders forward. Just so you know where the pose can lead, but you do not have to be in this pose today. Just know where the next step can be, but be present where the body feels the best. Square those shoulders forward, feel that nice stretch through your hips. If you joined me in this variation, take your time, gently release back out. Take your hands down in front of you. If you are in traditional pigeon, you're laying down, maybe you walk back up and meet us all. Tuck your back toes in, downward facing dog, left leg to the sky. Open out, take a nice circle. And lower that left foot down to meet the right. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, let's take our knees down to the mat. Cross your ankles behind you. Shift over your heels and extend those legs out long. Flex through your feet. Remove the flesh from underneath your sits bones. Ground down as you inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. And as you exhale, flex through those feet, hinge forward, forward, fold. Relax your head and neck, grab a hold of whatever is available. So maybe it's your shins, maybe it's your feet, maybe it's just the thighs as you roll your shoulders back. In your forward fold, if coming forward and the knees bend and it still doesn't feel quite right, you can always take your hands behind you, squeeze your shoulder blades, and kind of press your heart forward. You may still feel it in the hamstrings here. Wherever you are, find the pose appropriate for you. Close your eyes. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Surrender in for one more breath. Pull those shoulders back, heart forward. Good. Now as you inhale, take your time. Slowly roll back up, hands by your sides. Scoot your hips forward, bend your knees. Let your arms come out by your sides as you use your core to take yourself all the way down to the earth. Hug your knees up and in towards your chest, give them a squeeze. Extend your left leg long, hug your right knee towards your chest. And then take your right knee over to the left, twist. Right arm out to the right, keep your shoulders down. Twist your spine. Keep those shoulders relaxed. Good. Inhale, let's come back up through center. Hug both knees in towards your heart. Extend your right leg long, hug your left knee in. And take that left knee over to the right. Left arm out to the left, twist, keep those shoulders down. Gaze to the left. Feel a deep breath into your low belly. Good. Inhale, come back up through center.
Hug both knees in towards your chest. Give them a squeeze. Forehead towards your knees. Deep breath in. Now as you exhale, let your legs go. Let your palms face up by your sides. Close your eyes. Find a nice, comfortable position here, laying down on your back, Shavasana. If you have the gift of time, please feel free to stay in your Shavasana as long as you would like or need. If you do need to move about with your day, let your fingers and toes begin to wiggle. Bring gentle movements into the body, starting with your limbs. As you become more aware, you can roll off onto one side or the other. Come into a fetal position. And then in your own time and in your own way, make your way up into a nice, easy seat. Keep your eyes closed if you can. Take your hands to heart center. Join me in pranam, eyes closed. Take a moment here, express gratitude. Choose at least one thing you are grateful for today. Keep that in your mind. Repeat it to yourself. And let's honor the light that dwells within each and every one of us. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me in class today. I hope you enjoyed. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. You'll get some alerts when I go live if you hit the little bell next to the subscribe button. And let me know what you liked about class, what you didn't like, what you want to see, what you didn't see that you wish you did. Go ahead and leave a comment, or you can even contact me on Instagram at Katie Marie Yoga. I'm always open to hear what you want to see in class. So thank you again for joining. Thank you for supporting, and I will see you next time. you.